Frustration number 3. This relates a little bit to number 1 about not having enough time, but it's about finding balance in my life. Balance between my work and my kids, my personal life, my married life. And one little piece I want to say on that, I think moms often deal with a lot of guilt. Guilty if you're home and not being the best mom that you can. Guilty if you're working and you're away from your kids. I think there's always something that we can find to feel guilty as a mom. And one is that it's hard to find that balance. And one thing that's really helped me is the concept of there's no such thing as perfect balance. I think it's like a dance. At different times in our life, we may be devoting a lot more time to caring for our children when they are young and when they have a lot of physical needs and they can't do much on their own. Later, they are demanding in different ways. Emotionally, they need more from us, or they need to be driven around to places. And so I think to look for perfect balance in all those areas is not really realistic and may add some stress. So again, I like the idea of changing our mindset to see it as kind of a dance, and we're going to adapt to it, and it's not going to be perfect every day. But one thing that has been really helpful in that perspective too is to work on being mindful of the present moment and not trying to do too many things at once. I think as moms we can get really great at multitasking, and sometimes that is demanded and sometimes it works out fine. Like if we're driving in the car, it might be a great time to have a conversation with your child. Or while you're folding the laundry, great time to be watching a movie or working out while you're listening to music or listening to something educational. So sometimes it makes sense. Other times, I think when we're doing 2 or 3 things at once, we're not really doing them well. And I know when I'm trying to send an email and my kids are around and want my attention, I feel really scattered. The email takes me way longer, and I may snap at my kids and feel guilty about that because I'm so distracted. So what I found really helpful is to focus on one thing at a time in a situation like that. And sometimes I'll even use the timer with my kids, and I'll say, oh, let me just focus on cleaning up the kitchen for right now, and you can clean up that other room, and after our 10 minutes of family cleaning time, then we can sit down and play. And then I can really give them their full attention, where they feel valued, they feel heard. I'm not just half-heartedly listening or talking to them, because they'll pick up on that. They want my full attention. And sometimes carving out time for our work or ourselves, we need to enlist help of childcare workers or maybe an older friend in the neighborhood who can play with our kids for a while, or with our husbands or other family members. So we can really focus and be efficient on getting things done, and then be really present when that's what counts in the moment. So those are some thoughts on what has been helpful to me in trying to find balance in my life as a mom. I know it's not an easy thing to do, and I welcome your feedback. Please feel free to subscribe to this or visit me and learn more about me at themomoasis.com. Take care of yourself.